I am very, very crazy that I pre-ordered this Albedo figure and paid full price for it. Yes, please pray that I don't regret buying this. Hello everyone, I am Olive Blade and welcome to my Wonderland. And have I got an unboxing for you today? So yes, I am mad. I pre-ordered this figure. Why? I really cannot say. I love the design, and even though it was pricey, I still kept the pre-order. There was still just a part of me, I guess, that really wanted this and didn't want to miss out, which has changed in the figure collecting scheme at the moment. First off though, I'll quickly say, I really wanted one of these DHL little things from Ami. How cute were they? I mean, I'm not the... DHL, never had an issue. They're expensive as hell. But, yeah, never, so that would have been really cool, but I didn't. Oh, hello Snowy, you're sneaking in the background there. But yes, I pre-ordered this and I didn't think about it. I did see a few other collectors cancel on this, but I didn't. And I ended up paying almost 500 AUD dollars. And this includes shipping. I only got EMS shipping too. GST was a whopping $50. That's everything looks fine in my Ami checkout until I get the GST, and yeah, and then it just added up to like 488 AUD. Oh, that hurts. So I really hope I love this figure because yes, I am stuck with the price. I should have waited longer because only 38 people on my figure collection own her currently. I think that's probably the lowest amount of people owning an Albedo figure at the moment. From the few I've checked, even this other one, which the price has barely gone down, this is now cheaper than this one. And I should have waited for this one to go down because it's $250, probably more reasonable price for a 1/7 scale. That being said, but this one is the other one there with the liquid is like 93 people own her. I don't know why, because they're the same kind of issue, I think. Then again, I guess the design has appeal, even though it was disappointing overall, but I still loved it. What do you think, Snowy? Did I make a terrible decision? Stop looking old, you're not that old. I looked up your age recently and you're not that old, so. I'm kidding. He always wakes up when he goes on camera. I swear he's looking really perky and happy other times, and then he gets on this camera and you see his old tired face and like, I can't deal with this. And then at the moment he's like, I can't deal with the money you spent on this figure. Anyway. That being said, let's have a look, shall we? The box was nice and glossy. It kind of squeaked a little bit when I was rotating it. Not too much. You got the two lovely side pictures. I do love the blue they've chosen with the accents of the pattern. The box size, we'll see. At least it didn't come damaged. But yeah, no, I don't usually expect that. Fiodo usually do massive packages. But this actually looks like it does take up space that's not too bad, and we've got the little 2 question marks up there, so that's looking promising that they think I'm already going to break her little hairpiece. That's kind of adorable. I will say, not thinking about the price, I was very excited for this figure because I love the pose and I love the dress. This base, yes, is on the larger side. To be fair though, I have 3 Albedos which I compared this base to and they have the same size base. At least I'm glad they didn't go for a shiny base and they went for a little bit more textured here. It has no scratches. Yay! Because I've got a lot of bases recently that have scratches on them and they're brand new and it's like, why? It's brand new. Though I would have killed for like a grey tile, like castle tile for the base of this. That would have looked epic. I don't care about the size, but that would have just added texture and looked really cool. But first, look at the beautiful waifu herself. And I must say, the paintwork is beautiful. What's really hitting me here, it's so, the matte and gloss use of the paint is just absolutely divine. Just look at her. I know I have to take off her head, but I'm like, should I do it now? No, I'll do it later. Also, can you see those sleeves? They're those lovely fully sleeves. My mother's nickname for this figure is lettuce dress. And she even forgot it, but when I first showed her when I was pre-ordering this figure, obviously I didn't tell her the price, but she was like, oh, it kind of looks like lettuce leaves. This the cute little cape. And since then, I've called her lettuce dress Albedo whenever I'm referring to her, and it's kind of stuck. Now, bringing out the first wing, I do love the layering they've done here, because some wings can feel a little bit thin, but this is probably my favorite, where they have a few different rows. It builds up. It's not too thick, but it has enough texture. And I did see a few comments that were like, oh, it's green, but I really love this, especially with the dress design. The color accents very beautifully, and it kind of gives me this Egyptian design feel, you know, pharaohs and stuff, with this beautiful outfit. Oh, and of course we have to look at this teeny weeny piece. I don't know how I'm gonna get that in there. Let's hope I don't break it, but I still think it's silly to get 2 parts, but it's I guess if you break it, just in case. Anyway, now the nerve-wracking part. Gotta have to carefully take her hair out. But while I'm kind of nerve-wracking just rolling that out there, this is taking way too long. Let's look at the dress for a second. I love the awesome metallic kind of piece that is just on her stomach there. It just looks so beautiful. Ugh. Anyway, that did not scare me at all. But getting back to their metal paintwork, it was just, I love the colors they've chosen. They just look so crisp and lovely. And while that being said, let's quickly have a look at the necklace. I think they've detailed it very beautifully. I haven't seen any paint flaws or scratches or issues or seam lines on this figure, which is nice. The money's going somewhere at least, even though I'm sure a lot of it gets swallowed up by the license, even though, well, Albedo has been licensed to a few prize figures at late, which I have another video coming up, which I'm going to talk about tackle that so-called issue. Anyway, getting back to this beautiful figure. Beautiful, yes, she is. This has definitely stolen my heart. The first wing here was a little bit tricky to get in, but once I did, it did like fit. Can you see that? That fits beautifully into the seam. The quality is definitely there, which is, I know he was like, well, it should be, but it's like, I'm very happy with the quality so far. It's just beautiful. The other wing just, I don't know, it just went in beautifully. And look at that back profile, those wings. Absolutely loving that green. What can I say? And now the head. The gradient on the back, even though I wish more of her hair was at the front, but I kind of get it because it's her look where a lot of it's at the back. At least they've given it a bit of wave so you can see some of it. But the gradient between the blue and the black is very, very gorgeous. I think this is my favorite clear to solid color Albedo hair that they've done so far. There's no clear sign from when it starts to finishes. It's just beautiful. And now clipping on the base, I like the simplicity where it's not too much you can see. Like even the back heel, usually you have something you would know from like freeing bunnies where it goes up under the heel, but with this one it just touches the tip, which is, it's nice because you like to show off those shoes, and especially these ones that just got this beautiful black pearlescent shine to them that is just divine. So I'm glad you can see them, because you don't always get to see shoes with these characters with the most graceful, beautiful long dresses. And I just, so pretty, the twist, the movement in this piece is probably why I found it really hard to cancel it, which at this rate I have started to look at my pre-orders or what I'd like to get in the future and deciding what I'm going to risk, even though it's less of a risk with more things being released a second time, but it's just hard when you're set in certain collect ways, and I'm gonna try to do it for the betterment of my wallet. Just getting this hairpiece in, I love it. I got it in and then it just like, oh look, and then it came out again. But I think I got it in without breaking it. Yay, we got a spare piece, but that doesn't fit too snug. I don't think I can knock it off once I did get it in, but yeah, there you go. And look at that pose, the way that her wings engulf her here, but you can still see a clear view of her arms, half of her hair. I just think this is a design that is just absolutely stunning. Not thinking about the price, but I really love how this figure turned out. The colours is a lovely change, and I know a few people worried about the forehead. At certain angles you might think it looks a bit big, but to me I think it looks fine for this Soobin style that it was based off of. As beautiful as she is though, that does not excuse the really high price. Anyway, let's have a look at her in a showcase, because goodness, those wings were made for twirling.
오늘의 날씨 일기예보는 맑음 햇살 밝은 오후 무작정 어딘가 향하는 발걸음 너와 자주 걷던 거리 어쩌면 너무 익숙해져 버린 습관과 같던 매일 너랑 기억에 갇혀 살아 사랑을 받았었던 추억들이 피어오르네 그림자 없이 날 비추는 태양 그 아래 우산 없이 그냥 꽉도 잡고 있어
Now for a scale comparison, we have the other infamous figure, which I argue is not 1/7. Prize figure, non-scale. And then we have the 1/7 by Katie Cully on the right here. Doesn't she look beautiful? And of course I had to bring out little Nindoroid just for a Nindoroid reference. So at least I can definitely say she is 1/7 on the 1/7 scale, not too small, not too big. You can see the Katie Cully one is on the larger size of 1/7 preferably. I really adore this new different Soobin design of Albedo, and it feels so refreshing, like the beautiful blue on her dress. That being said, it is not worth almost $500, and I know it would probably be cheaper in other currencies. Still, it's just still not, I'm afraid. So I do regret getting her at this price, and I do wish I waited to save on the money and was a bit smarter about that, which I do plan to be in the future. So if you do love this figure, I do recommend picking her up, but maybe wait for the price. Only 30 people own her in my figure collection, so I'm sure there's lots in stock everywhere. Probably wait until her price does drop, but she is a beautiful Albedo. I do recommend adding to the collection, just not for $500. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this in-depth review. Please like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, take care, treat yourself, and I'll see you then. Bye!